All right. Oh, I think I just peaked the mic a little bit right now. From the sidelines live, talking about some of the biggest news around the NBA. Specifically, two big trades, two gigantic trades.
Well, because Luka's weighing 270 these days. That's why it's gigantic, right?
Yeah, it's huge. Only because of Luka. It could also be huge because they weren't the only Los Angeles team to make a trade that day.
Right.
Uh,
Why are we sleeping on the move the Clippers made?
yeah, no one wants to talk about the big move the Clippers made, the other team in LA.
Come on, let's think about this here. They got rid of PJ Tucker.
They got rid of.
Do you know, Colin, how much more locker room space they have now that they don't have to keep his shoes around?
But think about how much aura that locker room lost because of all the basketball shoes that they don't
Aura.
have, the unique Jordans and
And
custom crazy shoes that guy has.
nobody can stand in a corner on offense like PJ Tucker.
Dude, no one. And no one can guard Giannis as such an undersized guy.
Look, I'm not worried because we're making more than PJ Tucker on From the Sidelines, but can you imagine From the Sidelines was making less than $11 million a year? Meanwhile, PJ Tucker's making 11 mil to do nothing. At least we're making more than that, right? At least we're making more than that. Otherwise, I'd be losing my crap right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's you share my sentiment to the T. Exactly.
No, but we got Drew Eubanks. I'm not very familiar with
Drew
him.
Eubanks, he's one of those guys. He's like a typical like pick and roll. You know, maybe we'll get a couple blocks. Mostly there to just get some boards off the bench.
I don't. Then why did we get rid of Mo Bamba, who can do the exact same thing and he's taller and he can shoot the three? Why? What was the thinking? Why?
Well, you guys don't play Mo Bamba, and you're probably not going to play Drew Eubanks either, to be honest with you. So, I mean, Zubac is your guy, and you guys never really seem to utilize your center depth unless, 2 years ago, or was it last year when you guys had Plumlee?
And we had and a couple years ago Isaiah Hartenstein. We kind of
Oh, yeah, Hartenstein before he went to the Knicks and became Hartenstein.
Yeah.
That's back when he was Isaiah Hartenstein. Yeah, good old
Now
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Now he's the best version of
Oh,
himself.
here we go. Oh, Hector is correct. What's up, guys? Impromptu stream? We did not say we were streaming.
Oh, nothing.
Should we do that right now?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe we should do that right now.
All right.
That might be a good idea.
All right.
Thank you, Hector, for keeping us honest, man.
Hector, a.k.a. our PR manager.
Yeah. Hector keeps us honest. I'm just gonna do a video of the screen. What's up, guys? From the sidelines, we're about to go live on Twitch. We actually are live on Twitch. Join the stream. We're in it. Talking NBA trades. Talking about these guys.
Here, mute your mic for the masterpiece I'm about to make, all right?
I gotta pull up my text messages with you, man.
Here, hey,
FTS live.
mute,
Twitch Watch 23.
mute, Cullen, mute. I gotta do my video. Can you hear me?
Just turn your volume off on your computer.
All right, carry the chat.
Someone has to talk to the people, Daniel.
All right,
all
Jesus.
8 people. Yes, Hector, what's up, man? Thank you for keeping us honest. Twitch Watcher 23, FTS live. Yes.
Who is that
We're
ghost
very
over
live.
my shoulder?
We're doing this. We're talking about some big trades. We're about to get into it right after we post because we forgot to post that.
Ghost over my shoulder? The ghost of Mavericks, Luka Doncic. If you want to hear more or my opinions about the big trade, we are live on From the Sidelines right now. Go check it out. You don't want to miss it.
ghost of
I gotta
Mavericks,
tag
Luka
you,
Doncic.
and I gotta tag from the
If you wanna hear more,
Sidelines.
or my opinions about the big trade,
All right.
we are Lynn's right.
All right. Hello, Kiwi.
Go check it out.
Kiwi546. Hello. How are you doing? Hello, Kiara. Daniel, I don't know if you can hear me yet, but
Who is that ghost over my shoulder?
I know you can't hear me because you turned your
The ghost of Mavericks.
volume
Luka
off. This is
Doncic.
probably how you actually like to do the show.
If you want to hear more,
So I'm not correcting you
or
all
my
the time.
opinions about the big trade,
Very sad about the trade. I know you are very sad about the trade. You were so sad the other day when the news broke that you simply went to sleep. That's how sad you were about the trade. But you texted me something today saying
I
that
know. I was posting something.
the trade.
Taylor.
What was it again? You said the video said like the Luka Doncic trade was like Niall Horan or Zayn leaving One Direction. Yes, when Zayn left One Direction. Exactly. Thank you for putting the words in my mouth. I couldn't get there. But now we're there. FTS Live.
Oh, come on. Just upload. Come on. Just upload. Jesus. Come on.
It's uploaded, man.
Damn it.
Why do you say damn it? I don't think he realizes that we can still hear him. Who knows? Thank you, Hector, for keeping us honest, man.
Hector. AK.
Taylor.
What's up, guys? From the Sidelines.
All right. Here we go. I'm back.
And we're back. So Kiara sent me a text today saying that the Luka Doncic trade is when Zayn left One Direction. It's about the same.
Really?
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't understand basketball, that's the stakes we're dealing with.
Oh,
here
right. No, this
now.
leads
is
me to a good-
high level stakes.
This leads to a good point. Let's use otherworldly analogies that compare to the Luka Doncic trade.
Hector says, how many takes for Daniel to post a story?
Twice. Took me two.
Two. That's not bad. I've seen you do more. Why isn't it?
Neymar to PSG, maybe, when they had Messi. Or Messi to PSG when they had him and Neymar and whoever that other guy was. Whoever that
Mbappe? Kylian
Oh,
Mbappe?
Mbappe too?
Yeah, they had all
Weren't-
three of them.
weren't they all
That's
on
more
the
like the
same team?
Phoenix Suns to me.
Oh, yeah, and that Phoenix Suns teams are winners. I mean, they got swept by the Timberwolves. Stop with that Suns team. They suck. Bradley Beal is lost, right?
Kiara said Zayn leaving was worse, though. Twitch Watchers 23 said it's like
Zayn
when
leaving was
Dylan.
worse.
It's
Zayn
like
leaving
when Dylan went electric. I don't know the reference. I'm sorry.
Bob Dylan went electric.
Oh,
Come on.
sorry, man. Haven't seen the movie yet.
Apparently not.
No, I haven't.
You missed my incredible performance as Bob Dylan.
Oh, that was you. That was you as Bob.
No wonder you haven't seen
Dude,
it yet.
oh my gosh. And then you
What was it,
hosted
friend?
SNL. That's why we didn't go live
Sure.
on Saturday. That's right. You said you were
I'm big
bored.
time, man. I got to host and I got to musically
I
host the show.
totally forgot. Yeah, man, you really killed it on the hosting part.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Wish I could
But you
say
know
the
what I
same about
can't
the
do?
music.
You know what I was thinking as I was doing it? I'm like, I need a co-host for this. I need Cullen on this show.
You were like, SNL, can I have a Yeah, I
My
wonder.
monologue was a little flat. I needed Cullen to save me.
See, what I wonder sometimes is like when big enough comedians go on the show, or like maybe guys that have personal writers, because, you know, there are comedians that have like a group of writers or friends that write with them for their material, like Dave Chappelle, for
Right
example.
now, it's true. It's
I
true.
wonder if like when Chappelle comes on the show, he's like, "Can I bring my personal writer with me or something?" I always kind of wonder that. That's kind of an interesting thought to have.
Like in the building, yes, but can he participate? Ooh, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, would he be able to participate in like he's like, or what if he's like, "This is my guy. I write my best stuff with this guy." You know?
Yes. You know why? because I can tell that Dave Chappelle writes his stuff. Timothy Chalamet was fed those lines.
Oh,
Those were
yeah,
those were
no.
written. He didn't write any of that.
Yeah, no,
Chappelle,
that was all. I mean, there's like I think of like when athletes or host a show, or like guys that
yeah,
aren't typically like comedians host a
right.
show. Like it's definitely like they have their stuff written for them.
Travis Kelsey, for instance, he didn't
Yes,
come to
exactly. That's a
monologue.
great
He was
example.
still hungover from the Super Bowl anyway,
Maybe
you know?
Charlie XCX as well, another person who probably had
Oh yeah,
their
totally,
stuff written for
totally.
them. But both of them
Congrats
did.
to
They all
Charlie
did
X.
really great. I
Congrats to Charlie XGX. Here, can I just say something? Charlie, I mean, you're telling me I don't even have to leave the living room to go to the club anymore? That's pretty nice, man.
yeah, man. Just turn on her music. You're
It
good.
was like a freaking rave last night to wrap up the Grammys. Holy moly.
Yeah, right.
It's like a rave, man. Feeling bratty.
Oh,
Um,
Jamani said they watched the soccer game yesterday, and it's our fault. Well, that's good.
uh-oh.
I'm glad you're expanding your sports horizons.
Mm.
All right, let's get to the business. I think we've dilly dallied enough. Dilly dillied, if you remember those old Bud Light commercials. Uh, dilly dilly,
Oh, Philly or
Philly
no?
Philly, dilly dilly. Yeah, it's all
Philly,
that.
Philly. My favorite one these current days is High Tide. High Tide
Have you seen the new Mick Ultra commercial?
with Post Malone and Shane Gillis.
No, that's Bud Light. Mick Ultra.
Oh, isn't that a water brand? Kidding. Just saying it tastes like water, but continue.
down like water when I'm watching my
It tastes like diet water. I'm not a big Michelob guy. Not that I've tried it before. Continue. What were you saying about it? What's the commercial?
It's it's Catherine O'Hara and
Kevin? Kevin.
yeah,
No,
Kevin.
if it's Catherine O'Hara, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
Catherine O'Hara and then William Dafoe.
What? Willem Dafoe?
Willem
What?
Dafoe, yeah. Willem Dafoe, Catherine O'Hara. They're
Bro.
doing a Mick Ultra commercial, and they're playing pickleballers.
Yeah, no, that doesn't ring a bell.
It's
does
I'll
not
have to send it to you. It's
Ring a
pretty
bell,
funny.
anybody? Hello from Dallas, Daniel. The Uncut Productions. Ooh, let's give the Uncut Productions a warm welcome and also a pat on the shoulder. How are you feeling right now, Uncut Productions? I've been a Dallas Maverick season ticket holder since 2010.
Oh,
You remember the Tyson Chandler days, Uncut Productions. You remember the JJ Barea days, as well as the NBA Finals days back
that's
in 20.
tough, man. That's so tough. Well, yeah, why don't we just get right into it? I think that's a great way to start into this. I mean, these two guys on the screen were traded for each other. Luka Doncic, all 270 pounds of him, that's including the mustache on his face, was traded to Los Angeles for Anthony Davis. I mean, there's some other guys that wanted to trade. Obviously, those guys are less important, like Max Christie plus some picks that went to Dallas. And then, LA, I feel like kind of got – you get Luka, obviously, right? But both AD and Luka are hurt. But they got Markieff Morris and Maxi Kleba, whose foot is broken, I believe, right now. So, they traded one injured player for two injured players.
The Mavs got rid of Maxi Kleber. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
I just remember him being injured during the finals last year and not really making much of and when he did play, he was just like, he was dog water from three.
Yeah,
but
he was just out of his rhythm. But he's a big that can shoot when he's on.
and he's probably Luka's boy. They're both European. I mean, I could be jumping to conclusions here. But I don't think they were doing Luka any favors. I don't think they packaged him with his boy because they were trying to. It looks like to me that they were trying to get rid of him. Did you hear they got rid of him. But did you hear the craziest thing? I mean, there's so many crazy things in this story.
Yeah.
But they only listened to one offer. They only approached one
Lakers,
offer.
yeah.
And that was the Lakers.
Yeah.
Can you think of all the other packages they could have gotten?
It's kind of
Anything
crazy.
they wanted.
Hold on.
Colin.
We have Nathan saying, don't understand how American culture will discuss ads. That's a disgrace in the UK. Hector said they got to keep us distracted with flashy ads. And then Dill said, Dirk will always be my GOAT. Mav for life.
Oh, he's
Luka
saying
trade was
we were-
crazy. Thought he'd be a single franchise player too. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the Mavs were willing to pay him. What's interesting about the Mavs GM, I don't know if you saw this. I saw this. It was pretty interesting. He's the guy that messed up the Steph Curry Nike pitch. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll fill some people in if you haven't heard about this. Back when Steph was still with Nike, he was about to get his presentation for his signature shoe. The Mavs GM was the guy leading the presentation. In the presentation, he called Steph Seth. He spelled his name Stephon instead of Stephen in the slides. And the slides weren't tailored to Curry. They were tailored to Kevin Durant. They were like an old pitch that the guy had just recycled. So there's a bunch of like Kevin Durant pictures and videos on there. And Steph was so turned off, he went to Under Armour like right after the meeting.
This guy's a clown.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Dill said Jason Kidd was pissed. Yeah, you saw that too? And then he's
I-
like,
no, and look, this is credit to the people I know at my local Target. My boy James, we'll call him James at Target. My boy who works at Target, who's my boy, he's more
is he
qualified.
your boy that works at Target?
What if I told you James isn't even a real person? This is all hypothetical. My hypothetical boy at Target who works there, he's more qualified for the job than whatever the frick that dude's name is, who's the GM of the Mavs.
I
Nico.
think you and me would do better than him.
Together, both of us. We'd be like the Cohen brothers of GMs. You never see two GMs. You never see two
You
at
never
once.
see two. You never see two.
Nah, it's because it's a one-man job.
Wait, you
but,
only have
like,
one boy at Target? I thought you had two.
What do you mean?
Don't you have a friend, Devin, Dalton, Daniel,
Oh, yeah.
Wyclef?
Yeah. Good one. I know somebody who looks just like me who works at Target,
Yeah.
and he'll be on national television in no time.
Really?
I just got fired for saying that. No.
Man. Oh,
Oh.
Dill said he's the Jerry Jones of the NBA. That's a pretty good one. He's probably a couple decimal points or zeros away from being Jerry Jones, but
Speaking of Jerry Jones, Uncut Productions commented, I'm by no means a Dallas Cowboys fan, but somehow Mavs trade Luka, but yet the Cowgirls are still stuck with Dak. Wow.
that's great. Oh yeah, I saw someone made a comparison. They said trading this trade in the NFL would be like Joe Burrow for Kevontae Turpin and Dak
It
Prescott.
would never happen in the NFL, right? There's luxury tax, right? It would
Yeah.
never happen, right? With the contracts and stuff. It would.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen, but again, you have to match the salaries. So basically, they just match their salaries.
Well, Cullen, I saw kids trying to make the trade on 2K and they couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, that brings
So
up
how do they pull this off? Someone's in debt after this. That's
Dude,
what I'm walking
that
away.
brings
If
up
you
a good
can't pull it
point.
off on 2K,
Noah, a.k.a. Will Baylock, KUCR DJ, friend of the show, he was texting me, and he asked me, he said, could we do an extended segment on this? Because he said he has limited basketball knowledge, but from his understanding, Luka's a top 5 player in the NBA. And as he might be low informed, but it seems like something that he would do as a 5-year-old in 2K as the Lakers GM. Like stack the team up, like just you're trying to get all the 97 overall players on your roster.
except they have 197 overall. I hate to be that guy. What's LeBron's overall?
Probably
looking
96,
like these?
95.
You think it's on the other side of 95?
No,
Jeez.
dude, it's probably still 97. It's crazy.
Seriously?
Yes, this guy's a top 5 player in the league, 100%. Top 3 player. in the
LeBron
league.
James?
Luka Doncic.
Oh, no,
He's
I'm
a
talking
top
about LeBron.
3 player in the league.
Oh, that I'm not disagreeing with. That I'm not.
And this guy is a franchise player, generational talent. And yeah, I mean, he's not great at defense, but I mean, I think we all know that. Last year, I mean, he took a lot of the offensive load for the Mavericks. Even though they weren't winning the series, he was their leading scorer the entire time in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
He's been their playmaker. I think he leads them in all stats since he's been there. rebounds, assists, and points. This guy does it all offensively, not defensively, though. That is, and it always has been his biggest flaw. But to me, you don't trade this guy for Anthony Davis. Definitely not.
He was a cone in the finals.
Defensively, yes.
Cone.
But you also remember he was hurt in the finals, too. He had a bum knee.
He's always hurt.
He is hurt really often. But this might be good for him. I saw people say, I mean, think about it. I've seen a lot of people say that he's kind of lives a bad lifestyle, especially in the off season. He lives an unhealthy lifestyle. He shows up. Think about this. Jokic used to always show up to camp out of shape. And that's what they said Luka does. But the year that Jokic actually took everything serious and showed up to camp in shape, they won the finals. And that's how Jokic has been the past 2 years now. He's been showing up ready to go, not trying to get ready in season. And that's kind of what Luka's been doing.
I think that's incredibly lazy and unprofessional to do so
100%,
as well.
100%.
That's like if I showed up to my job as an actor and I was supposed to look like, I was supposed to be playing a Viking, but I showed up with a belly, right?
Well,
They don't want that
Vikings have
belly.
bellies. Like the
All right.
king of the Vikings. He's not
All right.
fighting.
I'm on the
telling
front
them
foot
to charge
line.
the islands.
I'm on the front lines here. I need to make a play.
I
Like
think of what
LeBron.
you're saying. Maybe this would be like if you showed up to a job and you maybe you didn't know your lines or something like that. Maybe
Well,
you're just not ready.
well, Luka. Yeah, I want that, and that's almost like comparing it to Luka not knowing his plays, which I think he knows the play.
Okay. I think I got it.
I need you to get the analogy here. I need you to get it. I need you to get it.
Okay, I think I got it. What Christian Bale did with The Machinist, right?
Yes.
Imagine if Christian Bale showed up to The Machinist 180 pounds instead of 110 pounds or something like that.
Well, no. Imagine Christian Bale showed up to the Machinist like the way he looked in American Hustler.
270.
Exactly. There we go.
All right. I
No, but
tried to high five you, but it just ended up turning into a slap.
Speaking of slaps, Will Smith was on stage at the Grammys last night.
Oh, yeah?
No, yeah, he was. Hairline looks clean.
Hector said maybe it was a fat Viking. Nathan says, honestly, the Eastern Europeans cook with this stuff, irregardless of fitness. They are just them. Yes, this is true. They are very, like we said, Jokic, out of shape Jokic was still balling. But yeah, this is insane. See, now the question I want to ask you, obviously the Lakers aren't going to win the finals this year, even with AD or with Luka. That's all I'm going to say. This is a trade that they made for the future. And the future meaning next year, the year after.
So they're not going to try to win the
right
finals?
now is winning.
Yeah, I don't know. I disagree. They got a great coach in JJ Redick. They just got a superstar franchise player. LeBron James ain't getting any younger. This is the year. You know what I mean?
All I'm going to say is I think they definitely need a big. They don't have a big right now.
Oh,
they have
yeah,
no center.
for sure.
I mean, they have Jackson Hayes, but Jackson Hayes is an AD.
Jackson Hayes throws more hands on. Jackson Hayes makes more noise outside of a nightclub than he does on the court.
If they got I mean, I hate to say this because, I mean, he's on my team. But if they got a Clint Capella, I think that would be great for them.
Oh, my God, Colin. It's like clockwork, the amount of time. It's like clockwork every trade deadline. You're like, what if this team gets Clint Capella? And guess what? He stayed on the Hawks.
They never do. They never get Clint
get
Capella.
rid of him. You know what you know what that tells me? Whenever what that tells me is that the Hawks think they have a chance every year. That they keep their big around.
We can't get rid of Clint. Dude, Trey and Clint, there's something special, man. There's something special there.
I've never seen a highlight between those two ever. So come on.
Have you ever seen a Hawks highlight ever? You just don't look for it, man. It's out there. Trust me, it's out there. Okay, yeah.
Garden bowing down.
There you go.
I want some Hawks highlights. Quinn Snyder's a walking highlight.
You just like how his glasses are red. got the red
Those
glasses.
are yeah. He matches. He
Yeah,
matches.
he's nice with it.
But let's worry about those rotations more than the glasses.
All
Right?
right, well, let's get back to the point. Do you think what do the Lakers need to add to this roster? Tell me what you think they need to add, and then who do you think they should get, and like reasonably, who can they get? Because I think personally, they're gonna have to give up Austin Reeves if they want another guy.
I think what you do is you put Luka Doncic at the point guard. You put Austin Reeves at shooting guard. This is with where they're at right now. You put LeBron at the small forward. That's his OG position. Anthony Davis.
No, he's not there. He's in
No
Dallas.
4.
They still have Dorian Finney-Smith as well, and Rui Hachimura.
Oh.
So they have two guys that
Start Rui. He's better on D.
they have two 4s.
That's as good of a 3 shooter as Dorian. Dorian's a good off the bench guy.
Yeah.
Rui at the 4, and then
I mean, they're probably going to have to play Dorian at the 5 until, they're going to play Jackson Hayes at the 5. What am I saying?
I didn't think about
Until they
this,
trade
but-
for a better center.
No, you're right. You got to trade Austin Reeves. And what if you traded him to?
I mean, unless,
Hey, buddy.
well, okay, obviously, contracts-wise, it's going to have to match up money-wise. So if you're going to get a big-time center, you're going to have to pay big-time dollars, which is you're going to pay at least an Austin Reeves contract.
DeAndre Ayton.
There are 3 centers up in Portland. So one of those guys needs to go.
Let's talk about him. Which ones? DeAndre?
Robert Williams, DeAndre Ayton, and Donovan Clingan, former UConn player.
Donovan Clingan. Yes, DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre
Perfect.
Ayton could be the guy. But
Because they've got Donovan Clingan and they're not winning anytime soon. The Lakers get DeAndre Ayton. You heard
I
it
think
here.
the problem, though, with DeAndre Ayton is defensively he's not there. So I think I like where you're going. That's why I think they need to go with a Robert Williams or a Clint Capella, a guy that's more defensive-minded in the paint.
Yeah, you're right. But I've never seen a midi out of a center like DeAndre Ayton. He's got a nice.
He's an offensive-minded center for
an
sure.
offensive-minded center. Maybe they don't need that. They don't need that.
No,
Because we saw what happened when DeAndre Ayton was third fiddle on Suns, and it sucked. He was an ego. He was hard to play with. But now that he's got the role, he's kind of got the rock in Portland. He might be there the rest of his career.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
That's where he's gonna freaking live and go.
It's interesting, man.
Until frickin' Shaden Sharp or frickin' Anthony Simons steps up, that's his team, in my opinion. That's DeAndre Ayton's team.
Yeah, no, you got Anthony Simons, Shaden Sharp, and you got Scoot as well.
Oh, all 3 of those guys need to make a move. I mean, Anthony Simons, hurry it up, bud. You've got a cold game.
I think they're going to trade one of those guys. That's too many guards.
That's a whole nother conversation. Who do they trade? And do you think one of those guys gets traded before Thursday?
I doubt it.
All right.
Unless
Too young.
It's the Lakers trading, and they're like, we'll give you Austin Reeves and a first-round pick for one of your young guards and one of your centers.
Speaking of first-round picks, do you think that the Mavs should have gotten more first-round picks in that trade? They only got one. It's
tough. They did only get one. I feel like the Mavs got fleeced a little bit, yes, because you're getting a guy in AD, which is great. But I mean, obviously, like the age gap, like AD is past his prime, or at least he's in his prime, where Luka hasn't even technically entered his prime, which is really scary to think.
That's so scary, dude. This is a freaking fleece, dude. Forget about it. He's 25. We're going to be laughing when he's 28 years old and he's freaking Larry. No.
Nathan says time to
I
learn
just love
Chinese.
that Larry Bird 2.0 went to the Lakers and not the Celtics. He's got he doesn't have a better bag than Larry.
Luka? He's like modern Larry Bird.
Bag talk, we're going Luka. Jump shot, I'm taking Larry all day.
I'm taking Larry Legend.
Oh, I know. I put the highlight. Passes, I'm taking Larry.
Dude, Larry was so
Larry
good.
and Luka. Larry and Luka.
Larry and Luka,
That's
man. Yeah. Well, okay. I think. Is there anything else you want to cover on this trade?
Um, well, Mark Cuban said he'd divorce his wife before he ever thought about giving Luka up. So file those divorce
File the
papers already.
papers, Mark. I liked the other day people were outside the stadium saying sell the team, and Mark Cuban's like, I did sell the team. That's why this happened.
That's good. He has a sense of humor. I love Mark.
He's like, that's why this happened, man. I sold the team.
He's a cool dude. One last thing. Did you see, speaking of the guys who were outside did you see the coffin they brought? Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, that was crazy. The blue coffin.
Whose dead body was it supposed to be?
So I think the next jersey I'm gonna get's a Los Angeles Luka jersey, and it's gonna say Los Angeles Lukers.
You're not ever going to get a Lakers jersey, even though you have a Shaq one.
Lukers. Los Angeles Lukers.
Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, who's going to get the Duke Doncic jersey first is the question.
I mean, you have a Mavs Doncic.
And I could have a Lakers.
Are you still a Clipper fan?
You don't have two jerseys of the same player on different teams?
Are you still a Clipper fan? Or I don't know if Visa still does that thing. They used to do a thing where you could, if your player got traded, you could send in your jersey and they'd send you his new jersey.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they still do that, but they did this thing for a while. It was like a bunch of guys were getting traded, and it was or like they were leaving teams, so they called it like jersey insurance, and they were like, if your guy gets traded or whatever, like send us your jersey, we'll send you the new one.
I like that. Visa did that?
I think it was Visa.
MasterCard, step it up. But what was your next question? Am I still a Clippers
Are
fan?
you still a Clippers fan after this trade?
That's really hard for me. Because people are probably thinking, wow, you're just going to jump the ship. You're going to jump the Clipper. Because apparently a Clipper's a ship. Guys, I'm going to Intuit Dome this week with my dad. Thanks, Jeff Garland, for the ticks. But
What game are you going to see?
Pacers.
Oh, that's fun.
Halliburton having an amazing season? Not. I'm kidding. Who is having a good season on that team? Somebody's got to be because they're
Pascal
like
Siakam, All-Star.
he made it to the All-Star
He
game.
did.
I didn't hear anything about that. He's silent but deadly. You don't hear about him a lot,
Yeah,
but
like
he's
my
not.
farts.
I this is ultimately what it'll be. It's at Luka's first game. Once he's on the court, that's when it'll really be decided. But right now, where I'm at right now, I've been a Clippers fan for over half my life. I've lived in LA my whole life. I know the Lakers are the team that runs this town. I hear about it every time I wear Clippers gear in public. But like, I've never felt like a Lakers fan. I've never felt a part of the Laker community. Why would I now? You know what I mean? That would be an utter and total bandwagon out of me. Now, not to say, will this be the biggest regret if I don't jump ship if Luka and the Lakers win a finals before the Clippers win their first?
Which is going to happen.
I think I have an audition right now. I have to go. It's 9:15. I'll see you later. It was nice with you. You guys have a great night, and it was really fun. Colin, fuck off, and I will take it. See you guys later. All right.
See you,
Peace.
man.
All right.
Good to see you, bro.
Take it easy. All right. I'm leaving. All right. I'm going to get JK. I'm going nowhere, just like the Clippers.
You're going to
All right.
Staples Center? So that's where you're leaving?
Crypto? You mean crypto?
Oh,
Here's the
whatever.
other thing for you guys. Last thing I'll say.
No, Hector, he's kidding. He's kidding.
One thing. I am still a Clippers fan, ride or die. I know it's crazy. Going to a Lakers game is like walking the red carpet. You're going to see Jack Nicholson.
Nathan said you can switch teams. I generally never will understand American sports. No, he's kidding. He's not leaving.
I love this comment. Giovanna VR said, I love Daniel's gestures. Ha ha ha.
You're so close up into the camera, bro. You look like a shy. No, those gestures. You're going to start talking about
Tariffs?
Yeah, you start talking about tariffs with those gestures?
No. I need that jersey. And someone said, I need that Dill Dow. I recognize this guy. I need that jersey insurance,
Just call him
lol.
Dill.
I got all my Chelsea FC players and they get transferred the next year or even the same year I buy the damn things.
Oh,
Jerseys, and none of them last a year.
did he buy a
Why?
Luka jersey recently?
Well, he's a Chelsea FC. Is that soccer?
That is
Or
soccer. Yes, FC
all right.
Football Club.
All right. All right. Thank you. BC would have meant before Christ. No, it
Yes.
would have meant
You're
basketball
correct.
club. AC would be Alex Caruso.
Or
No, I'm
air
kidding.
conditioning.
Air conditioning. That's a good. Ooh, ooh.
He's cold.
If a great name would be like Alex Caruso.
Oh, we got some hate in the chat. Nathan says if you're a Chelsea fan, you deserve it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nathan in the Twitch chat.
Oh,
Nathan.
in the Twitch chat. Oh, Hector says you're looking a little orange
All right.
because you're talking about tariffs.
Oh yeah, you sure it's not the orange on my jersey?
Do you think that's what Nico?
Think I'm looking a little orange?
Do you think that's what Nico, the Mavs GM, said, like to the guys when they traded for AD?
What?
Like he's like, Jason, he's a great player. He's the very best. He's so good at defense. You're gonna love him. Oh, he got the red hat on. Oh, that's crazy.
Fuck that. All right. Here we go. Yeah, let's move on from this.
Yeah, let's talk
Oh.
about this trade.
Okay.
This trade, to me, this
Haters
was
gonna hate.
this
says
was
Dylan Robb.
totally such a one-sided trade.
Pause. I'm trying to think of in what direction, because this is the first time I'm breaking down this trade. You're saying it's a one-sided trade. Let me think about it. Can you pull up the trade actually? Or
Oh, you want to know like everyone that was in it?
yeah.
So it was a 3-team trade. It was 3 teams, if I remember correctly. It's the Bulls, it's the Kings, and the Spurs. So the Spurs really only got De'Aaron Fox, if I remember correctly. The Bulls got Kevin Huerter.
What?
Yeah, and that one kind of broke my heart a little bit. They got Red Velvet. Let me see. Bulls.
Yeah, can we see the
Let's see if I
trade?
can pull up the details about
Do
it.
it, man. I'd love that, man. Thank you, man.
All right, here
Thank
we
you.
go. So San Antonio gets De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. Sac gets Zach LaVine and City Cisco, plus a plethora of picks.
Oh my
1,
God.
2, 3 first-round
Oh
picks.
my
Plus
God.
3
Oh my.
second-round picks.
Ah.
The Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own first-round pick back.
Wow.
This
How many
is-
picks did the Spurs give up? Give up. How many did they give up? That one at the bottom.
See, there's a
That
so
one
these
up
2
there.
picks, this Hornets pick, this
They say
Timberwolves
via
pick,
Hornets.
these Nuggets pick. So
Does that mean they were in on the trade, those teams?
No. These are picks from other teams that were traded. Like the Spurs had rights to these picks, or the
Well,
Bulls
I'm
had
curious.
rights to these picks.
In that long list, how many of those were the Spurs that traded it or the Bulls?
I do not know off the top of my head. I mean,
I
3 right off
three
here,
trades.
definitely.
What do you mean,
But
the
then there's
Bulls?
these other 3, which I don't know where those picks came from.
So the Bulls get who?
The Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, and Kevin Huerter in a first. Next year's first.
Okay, the Bulls got
Nothing.
nothing. Zach Collins isn't that good. Trey Jones isn't that good. Kevin Huerter's a good shooter.
So they got a good shooter.
They got a bunch of 70 overalls and a first round pick.
Yeah, you're doing 2K logic.
Zach Collins was like the 8th overall pick, though. I remember the hype for that dude was out of the world.
because his whole thing was he never started a game, and they were like, this guy doesn't have any experience, but let's get him.
He never started to get. That's not his fault. Yes, it is a little bit, but also why? That's the rotations, you know.
The Kings get Zach LaVine, so they're pairing Zach LaVine back up with DeMar DeRozan. The Chicago Kings,
And how did that work before?
The
And how did that work?
Sacramento Bulls. It didn't work
How
well.
did
Did not work well.
Who works well with DeMar, Cullen? Who? Kyle Lowry? Because not De'Aaron Fox, not
well,
Zach LaVine.
listen, listen, I think maybe we might need to interrogate Zach LaVine here. Maybe he's stalking DeMar. First, DeMar comes and says, I want to play with you, Zach. And then they break up. DeMar's like, I'm done with you. And Zach's like, wait, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I'll find you.
I thought Zach would have gone to the Clippers or the Lakers before the Kings. I know that's crazy, but I saw him in
DeMar
LA. He's an LA kid.
I thought DeMar would have gone to an LA team before he went to Sac.
Right. Oh, Sac? Who wants to play in Sac? Apparently a lot of people.
Not De'Aaron Fox, though. Not De'Aaron Fox.
One thing about this trade has told me something. De'Aaron Fox wanted out, which leads he wanted out. And also, two questions for you. If De'Aaron Fox was upset for whatever reason, does he deserve to be in that situation? Question one. And two, how will the Wemby Fox duo work out, my friend?
All right, so I'll start off with your first question. I think, was De'Aaron Fox upset? I think, yes, he was upset. I think part of his upsetness stemmed from the Mike Brown firing.
Oh, God, that was bad.
Mike Brown, I wouldn't say he didn't unlock De'Aaron Fox, but he definitely, De'Aaron Fox played a lot more confident under Mike Brown, I would say.
Just look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. He was doing way better with him.
So I think
he became an all-star.
Although, they went to the playoffs, They're a year or two removed from the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs last year?
Nothing was the year before.
Okay.
That they made the playoffs, and but still, that I think that was tough because it's a coach that finally maybe unlocked him and had a lot of trust with. They let go after realistically one bad season and a start to a second one.
Horrible. He was building such a culture.
And I think he had one more year left on his contract, or maybe he has two, and he was unwilling to sign. The signs were pointing that he was going to leave in free agency anyway. He was already unhappy there. But I think he's pretty happy now in San Antonio because, I would watch out for this team now, man. Wemby's been playing insane. He's an all-star, right? And now you get a guy who's a borderline all-star who might even make an all-star next year. Not only does he get to play as fast as he can and lob the ball up to this guy whenever he wants, he now has the guidance of Chris Paul as a mentor. And when he comes back, Greg Popovich. This is going to be really scary for the West. I think they're one piece away.
They've been doing all right without him, without Popovich, right?
Yeah, they've been doing okay. But I think they're really one piece away from being contenders.
Yeah. Yeah,
they just need a wing.
They need somebody else.
They need a wing. That's it.
Jeremy Sohan.
Sohan's off the bench now. But they got Stephon Castle, who's playing great. Devin Vassell's playing great.
And they didn't have to trade Stephon Castle. That's the best part about
Devin
it.
Vassell.
Oh, Devin Vassell or Keldon Johnson, right?
They
none of those guys.
They kept a good core of their players.
Yeah, you could look at it like they quote unquote lost the trade against the Kings because the Kings got way more picks. And
oh no, I was gonna say that the Spurs won this trade.
Really?
I know that the Kings got a lot of picks, which is great for the future, right? But you have DeMar, who isn't getting better. You have Zach LaVine, who, again, isn't getting better. And you have Domantas Sabonis, who should have been an all-star this year. I think Zach LaVine's having a career year, but he's a guy who always gets hurt. And DeMar is obviously in the twilight of his career, although he's putting up 20-something points a game. These aren't guys that are going to win you championships. Sabonis, maybe. But DeMar and LaVine, no.
Yeah, well.
But maybe one of those draft picks, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I would like to think Zach LaVine could lead a team to a finals, given the chance. But maybe not.
I don't know if he could lead a team.
Maybe he's not
another guy on the team.
Well, right now who's the leader of the Kings right now?
Sabonis.
Yeah, you think so?
Well, it's not Fox anymore.
Right.
You think it's Malik Monk?
No. Malik Monk's probably pissed.
Yeah,
He
that's
just
his
lost.
boy. They played college together.
That's a lot of picks, man. That's a lot of picks the Kings got.
Yeah, so I mean, kind of going back to the Lakers trade, maybe there were more picks that should have been
Oh
traded
my
in
God.
that.
If you told me last 2 nights ago that if you told me if I fell asleep before the Luka Doncic trade and you called me the next morning, I mean, and you told me he was traded for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first round pick, I would have thought you were dreaming.
Yeah.
And if you dreaming, and if you told me that De'Aaron Fox was traded for like 3 first round picks, I'd be crapping my pants because that makes absolutely no sense.
No, it's pretty crazy.
De'Aaron Fox was more valuable in this trade than Luka Doncic was. That all that tells me is the Mavs were dying to get rid of this guy.
Yeah. See,
I'll
I
never
think
forget
there's
when-
more behind the scenes than what we know. I don't know if it ever will come out, but I definitely think there's more behind the scenes to the whole Luka thing.
100%.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
I love seeing Jason Kidd's face in the press conference. The angriest I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, like Nico, the Mavs GM, was like, I don't even have to talk to Jason. I know what he likes. And Jason's like, yeah. Trade my generational star player away. You know what I like. Yes. Great
Right.
job.
He made you look good, Jason. He made you look good. Because I didn't see Jason had his hands in his pockets the entire finals. I didn't see him making subs and rotations.
All right, I think it's time we start talking about the All-Stars, specifically All-Star snubs. And I can't remember who it was. If you're in the chat, maybe it was Hector. I don't even know who it was, to be honest with you. Someone told us that if we're going to say someone got snubbed, then we have to say who they should replace, which was a great point. So that's what we're going to do today. I think there's 3 guys that come to our mind when we think about snubs. For me, in Atlanta, Trae Young.
For me, it's Norman Powell in Los Angeles.
And then a guy I think that we both agree on that got snubbed, maybe not because of his team is performing well, but he's performing well individually, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, I feel like, LaMelo Ball's always doing great and his team's always trash, which says 2 things. He's an incredible player, not an incredible team player.
Yeah, ball hog.
He's a ball hog. He's a LaMelo ball hog.
I mean, look, I'm not going to – so we're going to look at LaMelo and Trae. We're going to look at the East. I'm not taking anyone out of the starters. I think those guys all deserve to be in.
I mean, Trey's averaging 4 more assists than Jalen Brunson, but I mean, no. But he's having a career year with assists, so I wouldn't take it.
I'm saying these guys all deserve to be all-stars.
Yeah, but I would 100%, but I would argue Trey deserves it over Jalen because look at the team around
you're
Jalen.
saying Trae should be a starter.
Dude.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hell yeah.
That's fair.
Of course. He's balling out. Just the hard part.
So when I scroll down to these guys,
Here we
obviously I think
Here we
there's a
go.
limit to you have to take X amount of guards, X amount of forwards. So we have
Yeah.
2 guards. So we have to take 2 guards away. First casualty is this guy right here, Darius Garland. I think Trae Young definitely should have made it in over Darius Garland.
Trae Young's averaging more points and more assists.
And probably more rebounds, or about the same. But he's killing him in the points. He's definitely killing him in the assist department, and he's probably got like 1 or 2 more points than him. And he's shooting the ball decently well. And I mean, he is the playmaker on that team. No one else.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
feel
seem
like-
like anyone else is getting assists.
Yeah, no, if I think he was snubbed by Darius Garland for sure. For sure.
Yeah, so-
Wait, Tyler Hero?
We'll say Darius Garland. Here, look.
Tyler Hero? Is that Tyler Hero?
Yeah,
my God.
24, 5 and 5.
No.
Not terrible, but not
No.
LaMelo Ball numbers.
Not LaMelo Ball numbers.
Not LaMelo Ball numbers.
You're right. Bingo. There's a guy to replace him with.
Well, see, because I was going to say the 2 we would have to look at would be either Tyler Hero or Damian Lillard.
Yeah. Damian Lillard averages 25 in his sleep. It's the 7 assists that is like, wow. When's the last time he averaged 7 assists in his career?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
He's having a great year, Damian
Damian
Lillard.
Lillard always has pretty
Yo.
good assist numbers. Do you remember the commercial? Him as the baby, dropping dimes, dropping dimes,
Mm.
dropping dimes, dropping dimes.
I guess he does always have good assist numbers.
Yeah, he's He drops dimes, baby. Dame
Yeah,
Dollar.
right. I don't know. I just think of him as the guy who chucks up deep threes, but like, I guess he does facilitate a little bit
Dame
too. But
Dollar, the dime
he's
dropper.
not facilitating like Trey Young. Nobody's facilitating like him.
Dame Dollar, dime dropper. He's so
Damian
fly
Lillard,
in his
Damian Lillard,
helicopter.
man, I almost wanted to call him a shooting guard, but like, damn, seeing those 7 assists, it makes me think otherwise.
You know, Dame. I saw this thing that was very interesting the other day. Someone said Josh Allen is Damian Lillard to Patrick Mahomes, Steph Curry,
Ooh, ooh,
which is, I
or James Harden.
yeah, James. I like James Harden.
Those
James Harden
that
or Dame
Rockets
Lillard.
team put up more of a fight than the Damian Lillard Blazers team.
No, but the points that Damian Lillard was scoring, maybe not the team was putting up a fight. I think there was one series that went to like 6 or 7. It was him, there was McCollum and Nurkic. It was like their best year together. I remember this. I think I want to say this was like 2019. Because I remember I was like walking around ASU campus during this, maybe late 2018. I'm not sure. One of those 2 years for sure. But yeah, I just remember he'd put up like 50 points a game or something like that, something crazy, and they'd always still lose.
Yeah, 50 points a game. Jeez.
Or something insane, man. All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna say Tyler Hero and Darius Garland should be replaced by Trae Young and LaMelo Ball.
Totally, I agree. Norman Powell.
Let's go to Norman. Let's go to the West. Just for the sake of it, let's throw in DeMontis Sabonis.
Yeah, let's do it.
Norm Powell again, guard.
Norm Powell has no assists or rebound numbers. He's just pure shooter.
Pure scoring. Yeah, see, I think that's the only problem why they probably say he wouldn't get in. But even Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal said that this is a guy who's always been done what's asked of him. He's came off the bench wherever he's been, and he's been an absolute like microwave, just ready to burst. He finally gets to start this year, and he's been electric. Like he deserves to be rewarded for his play, which I kind of agree with.
If I'm looking at anybody on that list that robbed him, it's his own teammate, James Harden. That one might raise some eyebrows.
Yeah, see,
He also has 5 rebounds, but he always has the ball. Every time he comes down the floor, James Harden's going to have the ball. That's not the case with Norman Powell.
Another thing too I think of about James Harden is we've seen James Harden at his best, and this is not his best.
Not even close.
So to say this is Norman Powell at his best. So to see James Harden make it over Norm, I think I think James Harden stole it from his own teammate. I mean, you got to remember James Harden was pretty close to averaging a triple-double like his MVP years. He was averaging almost 30, 10 and 7, 8? Something crazy.
10 rebounds?
No, 10 assists.
Oh, I usually go rebounds and assists. Pardon me.
Oh, well, I was saying just because of how it's labeled here.
Oh, is that how it's labeled? Bullshit. It's got to be.
But yeah. But
who's the other guy? Oh, yeah. Wait a second. One more thing. I mean, I would almost put Norman over Jalen Williams too. Even though I love J-Dub, 21, 5 and 5 for a forward. That's good.
They have him listed as a guard here.
Huh?
They have him listed as a guard.
I know, that's ridiculous. He's a forward. He's 6'8". That's not a guard. That's a gigantic guard. He's a forward.
I mean,
No, I need to watch Thunder games.
Last week we talked about Stephen Curry and his underwhelming season, and the point I would say to Curry is you can't have an NBA All-Star game without the faces of your league. So that's why he has to make it. Same with LeBron, same with KD.
Well, numbers. I've never seen worse numbers for Steph Curry in my life, and yet those numbers are career numbers for Norman Powell. And I don't want to slander Norman Powell. He's such an incredible player, and he's finally getting his role. But, yeah, those are some down numbers for Steph Curry, man. Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, I think to the point of we've seen Harden at his best, we've seen Curry at his best, and they're not that this year.
I mean, Steph Curry's efficiency is way down too. I mean, he had like 2 points in the first half the other night. That you've never seen that out of Steph before.
Mm-mm.
Maybe it's the passion and love for the game. Maybe it's not having Draymond there. I don't know.
I
Maybe
think it definitely has to do with a little bit of like loss of star power around him. Because I mean, he's a star, but he's never been able to get it done by.
Is
by
Andrew
himself.
Wiggins. Is Andrew Wiggins. He's got big maple.
Did you see? Real quick to go back to trades. Did you see that the Warriors were calling the Lakers and the Suns?
No. About what?
Because of the trade that just happened with Luka, they were trying to see if the Lakers were willing to trade LeBron. And because they want to win now, they're like trying to see if Kevin Durant wants to come back to the Warriors. But the Suns said he's not available for trade, and LeBron reportedly wants to stay with Luka. And I think LeBron could maybe mentor Luka, teach him how to, take care of his body and really be a professional in this game.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. Because I don't know what he would have to mentor him about on the offensive side of the game.
But maybe off the court, he's like, hey, you got to take care of your body. You can't show up to camp fat. You got to show up in shape. If you take care of your body in the off season, you're not going to get hurt as much in the season. And, be a professional.
When he showed up for the Olympics this summer, which Slovenia didn't even make it past out of the preliminaries, which was kind of sad. Not necessarily for Luka, but for Slovenia. He got out of his sedan, and it was as if he played the finals last night. He looked like freaking Captain Hook. He was limping so bad. I'm like, is this guy 25 or is he 50?
Yeah, well, obviously, the guy's got injury issues, and I'm sure.
And I know he loves his hookah and his beers, but
Luka Doncic.
Come on, Luka Doncic.
Did you see the report that he was drinking one of the days of the finals games?
Well, yeah, someone told me that he had drinking issues. What is that all about?
Maybe that's why he's 270.
Wait, what? What was the report? He was drinking during the day of the finals?
Yeah, he had a game that night and he was drinking that day. There was pictures of him getting beers with someone.
All right,
I'm not gonna knock a guy for having some beers, but
I think
the day of the finals is a little crazy.
Yeah, and who knows if that's true though?
Yeah, that's just hearsay. All right, so we talked about Norman Powell. Let's talk about Domantas Sabonis. Who do you think Sabonis?
I must say that
I'm looking at one guy.
Alperen Sengun?
Yeah.
He's averaging 10 rebounds?
19 and 10 and 5.
19, 10, and 5 on the third best team in the West.
They're saying that Sabonis might get in, though, because Anthony Davis is hurt. And
He's hurt?
They don't know when he's coming back.
Anthony Davis got hurt. That's the other thing. You're trading an injury-prone player
for another injury-prone player.
Luka Doncic. That's great. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Right? Nice. Luka hasn't played since Christmas, so we'll see what happens with that. Alperen Sengun, I love. I love that guy. He's the perfect.
What is it? Nathan said, "Welcome to Europe. We drink before everything."
To you, Nathan.
Cheers.
Well, maybe in Europe they do it differently.
Nathan also said
here in America, we wait till after.
Okay, Nathan also said he hopes that the East wins the All-Star game, but he also says he thinks Garland deserves to be there.
Really?
He's on the best record team in the East, so I'll give him that nod. But if you're going purely by stats,
He was in the playoffs last year.
LaMelo and Trae Young both perform better than him. And in the playoffs, Darius Garland has been a no-show.
He's been bad. Where did he go to college again? Forget.
I thought he didn't go to college. Or no, he went to Vanderbilt for a year, I think. Is that right?
I got that. Heck, man, I forgot about that.
I think he went to Vanderbilt for a year, and then he did independent training, something like that.
Really? Wow.
All right, should we move on from the NBA?
He's super, but he's kind of in Donovan Mitchell's shadow, which is that's why I'm Trae Young is in nobody's shadow.
Yeah.
Nobody. He's Trae Young. Stop with the disrespect. Let me read the freaking tweet that he did before we move on. And I totally agreed with him. Where was the tweet? Here it
Have they
is.
announced the team for the celebrity game?
Well, you might see a familiar name on there. Just saying. I might be crossing Timmy up.
Oh, Finn Wolfhard is playing this year.
I might be crossing Finn. No, not Finn Wolfhard.
No.
Before me? Before me. How tall is Finn Wolfhard? That'd be a good. Is he? He's probably got some size on me.
He looks
but
like he's like Chet Holmgren.
he's Chet Holmgren, but he's not guarding me at the perimeter, and that's cookies
I want
and
to see
cream.
Bieber back in the game again.
Bieber would be fun.
And
I'd love to.
Quavo.
Bieber and Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Bieber, Quavo, Kevin Hart.
Here's the Trae Young tweet. I don't know what the first part of it was, but he said, and it's no longer getting snubbed. It's getting trade at this point. Sorry to my fans. It'll change eventually. All right. Talk soon. I like that. He branded it getting trade. So LaMelo, you got trade. Norman Powell, you got trade. You got trade.
DeMontis Sabonis, you got trade.
You got trade. Not necessarily for Alperen Sengun, because that's a case of a guy who's doing really good on a good team. Is there somebody else we can take it away from? No? If it's Alperen Sengun, it's got to be Alperen Sengun, I guess.
I mean, he might get in just because AD's hurt, but
Alperen Sengun might go down as the best Turkish basketball player of all time. Right now, it's got to be Hedo, right? Although I don't know if Hedo Turkoglu is from Turkey. I know Alperen Sengun is.
I guess I would say the only reason why Alperen made it over Sabonis would simply be because of the standings.
Record.
Yeah. Because otherwise, Sabonis is averaging 21, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Oh, there's no snubbed. I mean, Alperen Sengun, what snub is, how would I say this? Alperen Sengun snubbed him, or he got snubbed by Alperen Sengun?
So Sengun is averaging assist less, 3 points less.
That's pretty dirty. That's pretty dirty. 5 assists.
5 assists, but 4 less rebounds. And 3 less points. And 1 less assist.
You got to think, like, is it his fault that he's averaging 4 less rebounds, or are they, I don't know, are they making more shots than the Kings?
Well, so what they're saying here, though, is that he's the best player on the Rockets. If he's the only player selected to the All-Star game from the Rockets.
And you know what that tells me? Drea Michelle is a distraction for Jalen Green.
Drea Michelle. Oh,
dude, Jalen Green, what are you doing? Jalen Green's averaging the most points on that team. He's averaging 2.9 assists as a guard. I know he's not
he's the Norm Powell of
Norm Powell, but he's 23 years old, and he was like what number pick was he?
Yeah, he's a total scorer. He is not. He's like, okay, I think of how many assists is LaMelo averaging?
LaMelo's playing way better than him.
No,
LaMelo was
assist-wise.
Oh, assist-wise, he's probably wiping him. Frickin' what's his name has 2.9.
That's for a point guard. That's not good.
He's a shooting guard, but guess what? He probably started as a point guard.
Point guard.
Jalen Green started
because Fred VanVleet's point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, which he's not been playing good at all. He's not been playing good at all.
Let's talk about this guy. This is, I mean, kind of, for any Rams fans out there, this is kind of disheartening. You got to feel for this guy right here.
It's insane that this is happening.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, but then...
you feel for him, but he's going to go somewhere and he's going to make an impact.
Watch him go to the Chiefs.
Oof. Another 10 in Chiefs land?
That'd be crazy.
Don't do that. Don't give him any. Don't give the refs. Or if Goodell's watching this, you didn't hear it. He didn't say that. He didn't just say that.
Yeah, no. Or maybe he goes to the Bills.
Hey, my question for you is, where should he go, and where will he go, and also what went wrong in LA? Relationship with Stafford, the organization. What do you think? 2-part question.
I don't think it's a relationship with Stafford. I think it comes down to, unfortunately, injury. He has a career year, one of the best years ever as a receiver. Wins a Triple Crown. wins the Super Bowl, only to then be riddled with injury, which sucks. And is that like an overuse problem? Is that why that happened? I don't want to say that's why that happened. I think that's just a thought that kind of went through my head, but it's unfortunate because this guy is one of the. I mean, he had one of the best years ever, and he had the injury bug, and then Puka came in and really stepped up and kind of took over that role. And this offense, for some reason, is not a 2-receiver offense.
All right.
It's never been a 2-receiver offense. When the year they won the Super Bowl, it was the Cooper Kupp show, and now it's been the Puka Nacua show as of late.
Let me put it this way. The year he won the Triple Crown, which was the best wide receiver season ever, 145 receptions, 17 games played, 1,947 yards, 16 touchdowns. Since then, he hasn't had a season over 1,000 yards. He hasn't had a season in the 900s of yards. And he hasn't had a season where he's reached double digits in touchdowns.
Well, what about games played?
Games played, he went from 17 and 21 to 9 and 22 to 12 and 23, and again back to 12 and 24.
I mean, I think the injury bug is real, I think, with this guy, which is unfortunate. He's just one of those guys that can't get healthy, and when he does,
he's still getting targets. He had 100 targets this year in 12 games played.
How many receptions this year?
67 receptions, 100 targets.
I mean, yeah, he's still getting targets. I mean, I think Matt Stafford said it earlier in a press conference this year. They asked him about Cooper, and he's like, I want to get the guy more involved. He's like, but, you know, the plays we're running are for Puka right now.
Yeah. Which is crazy. It's crazy that you're just going to frickin' like pour all your eggs into Puka like that.
I mean, that's
and
what
guess
he did
what
with Cooper. That's what he did with Megatron.
Who, McVay?
No, Matt Stafford.
Oh.
Matt Stafford's always kind of just fed one guy.
And that wins you one ring.
He spreads the ball, yes, but there's the one guy where he always favors the most.
Yeah, it reminds me of another guy in New York for the Jets, and both those guys have one ring. It's almost like if you want to win more rings, you got to spread the love, Tom Brady. Spread the love, Patrick Mahomes. Spread the love, Ben Roethlisberger.
Peyton Manning.
Spread the love, Peyton Manning. Spread the love, Eli Manning. David Tyree, helmet catch in crunch time.
Yeah.
Come on. David Tyree?
I'll give but Peyton Manning also had two. Peyton Manning had pairs of incredible receivers for both teams he played for.
Yeah. But he still got guys like Wes Welker involved, you know?
Oh, Tom Brady. We're talking about Peyton Manning for the Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay.
Eric Decker at that point. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas were his go-to guys. Demaryius was his one, though. And then Emmanuel was an extremely athletic, too.
Oh, he's to take the top off.
But unlike those guys, yeah, Stafford didn't use Kupp this year, it didn't feel like.
It was the Puka show.
Puka show, and especially in the playoffs, too. What did Cooper do in the playoffs this year?
Not much.
Not much.
I mean, what? They had the one game where they beat the
playoff.
Vikings.
That's when he's a beast. That's when he makes himself known, and he didn't do anything.
They had one game where they beat the Vikings. That's probably the game where he probably really would have done something. And then against the Eagles, it was a close game, but I don't think they did too much.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean, I think the problem with them is, I don't think you're going to do anything with, like, Kyron Williams as your running back.
Really? Wow. You do not believe in Kyron Williams, huh?
I mean, okay, think about when the first year they made the Super Bowl with Jared Goff, it was Todd Gurley.
It was Todd Gurley until it wasn't Todd Gurley.
It was Todd Gurley until Todd Gurley's knees aged 30 years overnight.
No, but it was the Todd Gurley show.
Yeah.
He was incredible that year. He was incredible. And
Brooklyn says, I have no clue what you guys are talking about, but you're both so silly.
what do you want? Do you want us to talk about something you know then,
What do you know,
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn? We'll give our best take on that.
I'm all out of information. I've got other things on this list, but honestly, Brooklyn, what do you want us to talk about in these last 20 or so minutes? We'll take it wherever. Because talking about old Cooper
Oh,
Cups
we got a fight going on in the chat and YouTube.
Yeah, they were going a little crazy, those two. Keep your hands to yourselves, y'all. I don't want to have to ban anybody. No, I'm kidding.
No, we're not gonna do that. We don't have the power.
Power? No.
No, it's all right. I like you guys
Yeah.
talking about this. I don't know, LMO. Okay, so Brooklyn likes what we're talking, but she doesn't know. Or sorry, Brooklyn. Sorry to assume, but they don't know what we're talking about.
Well, we're a sports show and we talk about sports, but who's to say we can't?
Yeah. But look at this guy, Cooper Cup. Wait, is that Kyler? Kyler
Right.
Cup. Dude, imagine if we put a little beard on Kyler. We should get Kyler to grow a beard and walk around with the Cooper Cup jersey in like downtown LA and see what happens.
Yeah.
That could be funny.
Or just attach a beard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know how long it would take him to grow one, so we should just attach one. But yeah, no. Okay, so I think your second question to me was, where do I see him going? I think obviously, this guy's accomplished. I think Matt Stafford kind of used him a little bit as a safety valve this year. Like, he's not making big plays down the field, but, you need a first down, short yardage situation, he's going to Cooper Kupp. And I think, so he's a reliable guy. He's got great hands. I think he's going to be one of those, I think some big-name teams are going to take a waiver on him, maybe bring him in for a tryout or something if they decide to, trade him. Or if they decide to, cut him or something, he's a free agent. We'll see what happens. I'm sure the Chiefs are going to look at him. The Bills, I think, will definitely take a look at him. I think the Patriots would take a look at him because they need a receiver. And I don't know. I have this weird feeling
He would become the one.
I have this weird feeling the Jags would take a chance on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that his career in frickin' Jacksonville?
Yeah. It's Saxonville.
It goes from LA to Jacksonville.
Saxonville.
I pray for the man. I'm kidding. I love Jacksonville. Can't knock it till I try it.
Saxonville.
I've never been. But if I'm going there based off of their football team, then I'm never going there.
They had that one year.
They did with Blake Bortles.
Here's another one. If the Bengals lose T. Higgins, I think they look at Cooper Kupp.
Yes. He would look so sexy in a frickin' Bengals jersey, man.
Oh, here's another random one. I was talking about with my friend Lainey today in lab. She's a Saints fan. And, I think they have a good team, but they don't have a quarterback, right? And I think if they don't get a quarterback or they don't figure something out this year, I think they should do Alvin Kamara a service and trade him.
The Saints are horrible.
Where do you think I would like to see Alvin Kamara on the Bengals. That'd be crazy.
I'll tell you where he should go, but before that I'll say that the Saints are bad when nobody wants to be their head coach. Everybody signs with other teams before the Saints. Do they even have a head coach yet?
No, they don't have a head coach yet. They also, because I think they're in this weird limbo with the quarterback situation. Derek Carr, they asked him to take a pay cut. He doesn't want to take a pay cut. I think they kind of regret signing him already. And everyone inside the building likes Spencer Rattler, even though he hasn't really done anything great yet. I think they need to look for another.
Wow, Spencer Rattler's becoming a likable guy, huh?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Him being picked in the 5th round really humbled him, huh?
It must have. Or maybe backing up Derek Carr humbled him.
Ooh. Backing up Derek Carr and Jameis Winston. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right?
Oh, Jameis Winston was on the Browns this year. My bad. Yeah. My bad. No, I think if when Alvin Kamara gets traded, because he will, and because I don't know what his contract looks like. I don't know when his contract's up. If when one of the most talented running backs in the league, we forget he is because he plays for the Saints. No offense to New Orleans fans. At least you guys are hosting the Super Bowl this year. That's incredible. Good for you guys. And you have great, great, great Cajun food as well. And I've always wanted to go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras.
Jambalaya,
But that aside, I think Alvin Kamara should go to.
etouffee.
I mean, shoot, man. The Bengals need a running back.
Bengals need a running back. Chase Brown tore his ACL, right?
And yeah, well, yeah, and I never look. I
So
like
he's gonna
Chase
be out for
Brown.
the season.
I think Chase Brown would be. Oh, really? Wow. Well, with that being said, but I think Chase Brown isn't a 1 in my opinion. I think he's a really great 2. But you're telling me he's out for the season? Oh my God! Give up like a second round pick and Cam Taylor-Britt? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Somebody,
I mean,
who would you give up?
What are 3 teams you could see him going to that like he would make an impact on?
The Bengals.
I think the Rams.
Well, and I'm not thinking of teams that are worse than the team he's currently on, because I would say the Panthers. He would do great on it.
Yeah.
Why would he
I'm
go?
saying, like teams that are like contenders or borderline contenders. I would say the Rams. I'd say the Bengals.
Rams, Bengals. I'm gonna disagree with the Rams pick because I have faith in Kyron Williams,
Okay.
but I understand your judgment. I'm gonna say Bengals.
I'm hitting on Kyron Williams, but he did have a great season this year. He had over 1,000 yards.
If they want to make a move, if they want to be America's team, the Cowboys get Alvin Kamara. If they want to if they want to have a good running back that they haven't had since prime Ezekiel Elliott, because let's be honest, Rico Dowdle isn't it. I'm sorry. He's a good player. He's making good money. I'm proud of him. I'm a proud papa of Rico Dowdle. But I'm doubting Dowdle here. And they had freaking Deuce Vaughn. Like, they don't have running backs, and they haven't had a great running back since 2016 Ezekiel Elliott. They could use another great running back, and I think Alvin Kamara is still great. And if you give Dak, CD, and Alvin Kamara, we're making the playoffs. Final team.
Yeah, I like that.
Final team. You want to know where? I want to say the Miami Dolphins, if and only if Tyreek Hill stays.
Really? You don't believe in A-Chain?
Oh, God.
And
You're
Mostert?
right. Not Mostert. He's an RB2. But A-Chain, the A-Train. A-Chain, the A-Train. He's a beast.
He's great, man.
That kid's really good. You're right. He's not Alvin Kamara, but no, he's incredible. That kid's really good. They obviously have a lot of faith in him. So maybe I'll say the last team, shoot. I mean, you know who needs some help is Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert needs some help.
The Chargers.
And that'd be a nice weapon. They don't have a running back, do they?
Yeah,
Gus?
it would kind of give him kind of that similarity with like an Austin Eckler kind of player, guy that can catch and do a lot after the catch.
Austin Eckler,
Yeah.
They were a nice little tandem.
No, I like
I think
that. So it sounds like LA could be a hot spot for him. We both have LA teams, not the same ones, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that was fun.
All right, let's talk about this guy real quick.
Ooh.
Yes, those are money bags surrounding Chip Kelly, recently hired as the offensive coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Everything. And who's this chubby, huge neck that you could fit an entire turkey down it?
Chip
Man.
Kelly is probably one of the best offensive minds in football, but he's not a good head coach, which is why he's a great offensive coordinator.
And what did he do this year what did he do with Ohio State?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did he do, Colin? What did he do?
What? I think you can say it.
Yeah, okay. We won the fucking national championship, baby. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And his name will be dotted and blotched in ink forever. He'll be in the history books forever.
Yeah,
and
man.
that's incredible. And am I angry? Yes, of course I'm angry. This guy chased the bag. He could have ran it back. I'm mad, but not that mad. Like, I wasn't mad when Quinshon Judkins declared for the draft, even though he's a junior. I loved when Ibuka came back his senior year. Now he has to go, which I love because he deserves it and he's going to shine in the NFL. But I'm a little mad. We just got worse. We won the national championship with this guy. He was our offensive coordinator. He was dialing up play after play. That deep ball to Howard, third down, crunch time, air it out to Jeremiah Smith. Who do you think called that streak? I mean, it's pretty easy to call a streak for Jeremiah Smith in one-on-one coverage, but, you know, who's the guy deciding that they want Judkins in the red zone as opposed to Travion?
Yeah, I was about to say, every time I play NCAA, if Judkins has, or not Judkins, but if Jeremiah Smith has single coverage, I change it to streak immediately.
Yeah, whose idea was it to dump a pass off to Travion for 75 yards before the half? That's all Chip Kelly right there.
Yeah.
You got to give him credit. He got us to the biggest stage, and now he's going to go to an even bigger stage in Las Vegas. I got to respect it, but highest paid offensive coordinator in the league. Do you think he deserves it? I mean, what's his track record in the NFL as an offensive coordinator?
Well, look, I know he was the Eagles head coach for a minute, and also wasn't he the Niners head coach for a minute as well? I'm wrong on that one.
I remember Notre Dame too, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, he has an interesting track record. I mean, you got to think it stems back to him at Oregon when he had Mariota.
I need to pull up his track record. Go to Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I think of like him at like Oregon with Marcus Mariota, and that's really where, I mean, you're like Chip Kelly, like this guy, you know. He was the OC for a year, and then he became the head coach for 3 years before he left to become the head coach of the Eagles.
He was the head coach of Oregon? Oh man, I've been living under a rock,
with
man.
Mariota. Mariota won the Heisman with him.
I wasn't really into football back then.
But then from there, he went to the Eagles as a head coach. Then he went to the Niners as a head coach for 1 year. Then he was the UCLA head coach for about 5 years. And then
5 years?
This year, Ohio State.
That's what it was. I got Brian Kelly at Notre Dame mixed up with him at UCLA.
Yeah, I was like different heavyset white guy, Daniel.
Exactly. Different bad head coach heavyset white guy.
Yeah, dude, but no.
I think
as a head coach, he's not a good head coach. I think he's definitely an offensive coordinator. He's a great offensive mind, but as a head coach, he doesn't win.
No. Also, it seems like he's a revolving door. It seems like he never gets comfortable.
I mean, his longest tenure was at UCLA.
Yeah, that's a long time.
5 years.
A long time.
Everywhere else, he's like there for 3 years max.
No, he's had an incredible resume. I mean, not incredible. It's not Saban incredible, but now he's an offensive coordinator.
He's a 2-time coach of the year, Pac-10 coach of the year.
Wow.
1-time AP coach of the year. But this is all
there an
college.
Coordinator year of the year award? Because he won that.
3-time Pac-12 champion. And 1-time national champion as an assistant.
What do you mean?
Oh, here we go. Let's look at his record. As a head coach in the NFL, he's 28-35. In the NCAA, he's 78-38.
Wow. Yeah. So, and now he's going back to the NFL.
Yeah.
Wow.
But as a coordinator this time, so that might be good for him.
Do you see that in basketball and baseball a lot, where like coaches like bounce around between majors and college?
I think it's more common in the NFL than anything else.
There's no bigger developmental college sport than football.
I think like when I think of like basketball, like I don't think the coaches really bounce around. Like they might bounce around from teams, but I feel like with basketball, usually when you're like a college coach, you kind of sit in your spot for a while. Because I feel like college coaches hold their tenure for a while. especially if you have a winning program.
Krzyzewski, Roy Williams,
John
right?
Calipari, who had a lifetime deal with Kentucky, and I don't really know the details behind it, but I know he signed a lifetime coaching deal with them, only to leave to go to Arkansas this year. But I mean, that's just
Tom
another
Izzo.
example.
Tom Izzo's been at Michigan State forever.
Exactly. I'm saying there's these guys that when they're in college, they're there for a while. I mean, and even like the Nick Saban tried his hand in the NFL and it didn't work. He went back to college. There's some guys that are just better as college coaches.
He tried his hand at it and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's going to be interesting to see a guy like Bill Belichick, who's a legend in the NFL.
Yeah, do it the other way around.
Hasn't dabbled in college once, to my knowledge.
I want to say he has.
He probably has. He was probably Boston College's wide receiver coach in '85.
He seems like a guy that he coached at Navy.
Yeah, totally. He'd fit right.
No, yeah, he's always been in the NFL.
Yeah, he struck me as the kind of guy.
Yeah, started with the Colts, then the Lions, then
Legendary.
Broncos. Then he was
That's legendary.
When he finally gets to the Giants, he becomes, more renowned. And he's on the Browns.
Well, shoot. I don't want to end the show with Chip Kelly, even though he's an extremely flattering-looking man. There's a reason why they stuff him up in the booth so you can't see him on the sidelines, because they're saving his attractiveness for the booth. I don't know who's more attractive in the booth, Chip Kelly or Taylor Swift.
Oh.
I don't know if I'd rather the camera cut to more when the Raiders are playing the Chiefs next year. Chip Kelly's handsome ass or Taylor Swift's cute?
I'm going to go with Kelsey's mom.
Good one. Good answer. Kelsey's mom's divorced, though. She might be trying to bag Chip Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Papa Kelsey's not going to like that.
No, not at all.
All right, let's...
real quick, have you seen Jason Kelsey's, talk show at night?
I haven't seen it.
I've seen clips of it on TikTok.
I love him. He's and his wife, him and his wife.
Kylie Kelsey.
They are a cute couple.
The Philly, I think it was the Phillies mascot came on the
Gorgeous
show.
couple. Jason Kelsey's just a gorgeous man.
I think it was the Phillies mascot came on the show the other night and kissed Kylie Kelsey.
Whoa. Don't touch Queen Kelsey.
Yeah.
Hey, in the midst of talking about what's his name? Jason Kelsey. Good luck to his successor, Cam Jurgens, this Sunday. He's been incredible.
Yeah, I
hope it's a replacement.
I hope it's a great game. I think it will be a great game.
That offensive line of the Eagles is too good for it not to be a great game.
No, I really hope they win.
Landon Dickerson's a unit. That dude's huge.
I mean, they've got Saquads just literally carrying them to a Super Bowl.
Well, shoot, let's come up with a fun, quick game to end things off with. Is there a fun game we can play?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's the kind of stuff I planned before. My bad, chat.
Maybe baseball. Some baseball. Jack Flaherty went back to the Tigers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Trying to think. Oh. Why don't you... Oh, I got a great idea for a game. Why don't you pull up football, basketball, or baseball logos, zoom in really close on them, and I try to guess it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, dude, this is interesting. This kid Terry, who took over the play-by-play at UCR, got to interview Bronny James.
That Asian kid?
Yeah, he got to interview Bronny James today.
That kid popped up on my feed, the UCR athletics page.
Oh, Terry?
Does he go bang?
He did. He hit a bang the other day. Yes, he did.
That kid's going places, I guess. I don't know.
Hold on, let me see. He interviewed Bronny.
line, but do you think mentally there was any effect within the game, or do you think it was just like a game you can just play free with everything going on outside of the team?
I think I was able to play free. It doesn't really affect the G League side, so it's the same thing over here, so it didn't really change anything.
Brian, when you
Oh, he was interviewing him in the G League. And he asked him if the trade affect him at all, and he said no, because I'm in the G League. The trade doesn't affect me.
All right. I'm just gonna. All right. I'm just gonna. I looked up some questions.
I'm going to look up NBA trivia.
I'm just gonna ask you.
Sporkle.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. You can ask me some questions. Who holds the record for the most career sacks in the NFL with 200?
Most
Is it-
career sacks?
Now, hold on. Is it A, Kevin Green, B, Reggie White, C, Lawrence Taylor, or D, Bruce Smith?
I think it's either Reggie White or LT.
You think so?
I'm going to go Reggie White. Is it LT? No, Kevin Green? Bruce? Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Get me off this show.
No, I wouldn't have gotten that either. Who was the first player in NFL history to rush for over 2,000 yards in a single season? Is it A, Walter Payton, B, Barry Sanders, C, Eric Dickerson, or D, O.J. Simpson? You got this.
This seems
Don't
like
think.
too easy.
Don't think too hard.
I'd want to say Eric Dickerson. But a part of me wants to say Sweetness. No, it's OJ. It's OJ because the juice is loose. The juice is loose.
Correct.
Let's see.
Which Neil Diamond song is played in the eighth inning of every Boston Red Sox game at Fenway Park?
Sweet.
A, America, B, Cracklin' Rosie, C, Sweet Caroline, or D, Song Sung Blue?
Ba ba ba. Good
Good
times
time.
never felt so good.
So good.
I cannot. Ba ba ba.
New times never.
Let's try this. NBA trivia bunker.
All right, I'm not going to look at the screen. Or are we working on this
We can
together?
which team has won the most? Oh, this is kind of easy.
Oh, come on.
Can I say B? Who holds the record for most points scored over their career? Oh,
Oh, who holds the record for most points scored over their career?
that's easy.
Points scored? LeBron James. Which player was drafted? Darko Milicic. You know it.
Personal foul. It wasn't it LeBron.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Did you say Darko?
You
Oh,
said
no.
Darko, so I put it down for you.
Not the Clippers. Who are the other teams? Can I see?
Sorry. It's Raptors. Raptors, Jazz, Golden State, Clippers.
Jazz? Oh, my God.
The Clippers did.
Jazz relocated. The Jazz relocated. They used to be the New Orleans Jazz, because why would there be Jazz in Utah? That's stupid.
It's either the Raptors or the Warriors.
I'm going to say which team never relocated. Well, was it No, it was never the Vancouver Raptors. That was the Vancouver Grizzlies. Which of these teams has never? No, they were probably the San Francisco Warriors. Remember? Because they have those jerseys that say San Francisco
Does
on
that
them.
count, though?
Raptors. Let's go Raptors, A.
Yeah, I was about to say, 'cause I don't know if that counts. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Most rebounds in a season. Ooh.
Oh, God.
I feel like it's either Will or Bill.
Yeah, right?
Want to go Will?
You want to go Wilt?
Or do you want to go Bill?
I would go Bill,
Let's
right?
go Bill. Let's
But
go Bill. No! This is tough, man. All right.
tough.
Lakers. LeBron.
This is from the sidelines.
Toronto. Let's go, Wilt. It was Wilt. Which player was Magic Johnson's teammate? Oh, that's easy.
Well, I don't see the other players, but I don't need to.
Oh, it says it up
right?
top. Do you see it?
Oh, yeah, that's easy. Robert Parrish. Come on.
No, it's AC Green.
No way.
Robert Parrish played for the Celtics.
Never the Lakers, huh? Oh, God. That's so bad.
Oh, wow.
That's so bad. Robert Parrish never played for the Lakers?
No, he played for, what was his name? Nickname is the Big Chief, right? I believe
The Lakers.
he played
wow.
for, he played for a team before he played for the Celtics. I think he played for the Warriors.
I knew he played with somebody else. I don't know.
When was the shot clock introduced?
AC Green. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to guess one of the later eras, either the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, I think it's 70s or 80s.
Was it really introduced during the Bird era, or was it introduced prior to? What do you think? What do you really think about this one? 80s or 70s? I mean, think about it. Like,
I want to say
when
it's
was
the 70s.
No, that's the noise it makes. I just hope we get it right.
You think it's 70s?
Yeah, why not?
No, shot clock violation. This is tough, dude. Okay, so it must be the 80s then. I feel like it's
We
before
complete
that.
this, we finish the episode. The sad thing is we may never complete this.
C-A, Wilt, AC Green. Let's go 80s.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Okay.
What? I gotta watch some more freaking.
No,
60s.
it's before that because I saw it on an Instagram post. They said that like players used to just sit on the ball and run the clock out if they had a big enough lead. So they had to introduce this pretty early because I don't remember Kareem sitting on the ball.
Wow, got you. That makes sense. Wow, yeah, there'd be like literally 4 minutes left in the game,
Wait,
and they
have
try
we
to.
been saying Lakers for this? Is that right?
Which team has won the most NBA conference championships? Wow, the Lakers, really?
Isn't it the
Wow,
Celtics?
would have guessed the Celtics because they have more championships, right? But maybe the Lakers have made it more. I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
These are tricky. But then they give you 2 softballs back in a row. That was a good one, which the franchise has never relocated. I like that one because it was actually.
It's the 50s. That's crazy.
Oh my God, dude. That sucks. We literally went.
Speed on it. B, C, A,
Yeah.
D, A. 4 MVPs in 5 years.
Four MVPs in 5 years.
How many does Mike have?
4 MVPs in 5 years. I don't think it's Bill Russell.
I think it's either Mike or Wilt. Let's go, Mike.
I don't think it's Michael Jordan.
You don't
I
think
feel like
so?
It's 2. I don't think it's Larry Bird because I don't think he ever won 4. I feel like he only had
So you
3.
think it's Wilt? I'm gonna go Mike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Mike.
Well,
Ah. Okay, it must be Wilt.
told you it was too good to be true.
B, C, A, D, A, C. No.
It's not him?
Uh-uh.
This one is not good for us. This is making us look bad.
Yeah.
Man.
Maybe we
We gotta trust.
We try
someone
something else.
Oh my God.
This is bad.
Um,
This is bad. Let's go with this one.
All right, we gotta-
top 25 for each category?
You want to do that? Or do
No,
you wanna
we
find-
can't do top 25 for each category. That's going to take a long time.
Yeah, let's find something else.
How about obscure knowledge?
All right. Let's try it. This is good. What? What? Huh? What is the least well-known NBA team you can name? No, this is stupid.
I don't even know if that makes sense.
Sucks. No, come on. What is that? We got to try something else. I'm not liking any of these.
Let's try this.
NBA MVPs. All right.
Can I just go anyone? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it tells you the team. It kind of...
No, so different one maybe. Let's find Andrew.
Well, let's see if we know the old ones. St. Louis Hawks.
Uzi for the Celtics.
Oh, well, yeah.
Hawks. St. Louis Hawks.
I think it's Bob
St.
Pettit.
Louis. Yeah, good guess.
No.
Maybe that's not how you spell
Is
it.
it Lou Hudson? If it's not Lou Hudson, then it's Pistol Pete.
Philadelphia Warriors. That would
Maybe
probably
I'm just
be.
spelling all his names wrong.
Yeah, we are.
I'm spelling all these names wrong.
Well, let's try to get like some of these. Put LeBron on there. Put Tim Duncan on there. Kevin Garnett. LeBron. Russell.
Oh. Wrong Russell.
Wow. We forgot about Bill Russell. Wow.
Is it
dude.
one?
No, it is two. It is two. They probably put it down actually because you typed Russell. Just go down. Yeah, you probably got it already. No, it's two L's. It's two L's.
Is it one S, though?
There you go. Boom.
James Harden.
Larry Bird. James Harden. Larry Bird. Larry Bird. What's his name? Steve Nash. Chad, if you're still here with us, play along and see how many you can get before the timer runs out. We're trying to beat you guys. Every day of the week, we're trying to beat you guys.
Is it not right?
Is it a capital? Oh, it's already here. You already have it down. Put Allen Iverson. Dirk. Space Nowittzki. It's a W. Nowitzki. The W's are thes. There you go. Put Kobe Bryant.
I already put him down. I think it's
Shaquille O'Neal.
Can I just do like
O'Neal. Let's do David Robinson. Love that guy. Such a beast.
Did Oscar Robinson ever
Charles
win it?
Barkley. Charles Barkley.
Did Oscar Robinson ever win it?
Oh, he must. Oscar Robertson?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Robertson. ER. There we go. Who put Chamberlain? You didn't spell it right, did you? Should I tell you how to spell it? Wilt's rolling in his grave right now.
Did I not spell it right? Chamber?
ChamberLain.
A-I-N. Chamberlain.
That would be him. St. Louis Hawks. Who is the St. Louis Hawk?
It's either Pete Maravich, Bob Pettit, or Lou Hudson.
Look up Maravich. Maravich.
Nope.
What?
Is it Pettit?
Saint-
P-E-T-I-T, right?
You look up Bob Pettit. I think you're spelling it wrong.
Is there an E? It's not petite.
It's Pettit. There we go. All right. Stroll down now. We got more to do. 3 minutes left. Oh, God. Knicks in the 70s. Walt Frazier. Clyde the Glide. Walt Frazier. Clyde the Glide, baby.
Is that too early for him?
Maybe. So then, what's his name? King? Bernard King? Try that. No. Did you try Frazier? It didn't work? Frazier?
How do I spell Giannis, bro? Oh, I got it. Okay.
Trailblazers in the 70s. Would that be what's his name? Drexler? Or was that way too early? That might be way too early for him. Throw Drexler in there. What? Never won MVP? Who are those 3 Celtics in a row in the 70s and 80s? Would that be McHale? No, he never won MVP. Three MVPs in a row for the Celtics in the 80s. Well, that's Bird. That's Bird. Got to put Bird down,
I got him.
right?
I got him down.
Oh, I can't see that because the box is covering
sorry,
it.
yeah.
That James Worthy? Do James Worthy? I think he had that one great year with the Lakers. No!
Probably Magic.
Johnson, yes. Okay, good. Sixers in 81.
How do you spell?
Rockets in 81. Elijah?
Oh, yeah.
Hakeem? Hak? Well, you're never going to spell Elijah. I can't either.
I got
Oh,
it.
you did? Wow. Utah Jazz in 98, 99. Is that Karl Malone?
Stockton
Nope.
or Malone?
Malone. Charles Barkley.
Is that...
Oh, we got 1 minute left. We got to go quick.
Okay, we've got all the new guys. It's all the old guys.
Bucks. Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
J-A-B-A-R?
Jabbar.
B-B-A-R? A-A-R?
Kareem. Kareem.
What's his old
Wait.
name? Lou Alcindor? How do you spell that?
Lou Alcindor?
Lou Alcindor? There we go.
Loualsendr. No, you got it. We already got Abdul. We already got him down. Trailblazers, 77, 78.
Julius Irving?
Julius Irving. Great guess. Great guess.
No.
Oh my God. No, is it ER? It might be ER. Irving.
Okay, Trailblazers, Knicks.
What about George Gervin? George Gervin, the Iceman. I don't know why I just thought of that.
He's
6 seconds left. Oh, God. That Knicks one in the 70s is going to bug me, man. That 69-70. Willis Reed. Darn it. Darn it.
Wes Unseld, Dave Cowens, Bob McAdoo, and Bill Walton. How could we forget about Bill Walton? Man.
Sorry, Bill.
Okay, we
I'll do
missed
some-
5. I think that's pretty good.
I'll psychedelic trip for Bill in honor of him tonight. Just kidding.
I think that's a good way to end it.
That's a good way to end it. 93%, that's an A. How about the stream? Was that an A, guys?
Yeah. All right, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to From the Sidelines Live.
Everybody. Thank you, as always.
I'm Cullen Mack.
I'm Daniel DiMaggio.
And we will see you guys soon. I will try to keep you updated about like when we're gonna do these ahead of time, not like right before we do them. But yeah, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah. You know what? The thing is that we're so close in heart, but far away in location.
Yeah.
And what ultimately holds From the Sidelines back from superstardom is the location, and that's why we don't pump out as much videos as usual, because we both have busy lives in different cities.
Yeah, but we're gonna figure it out. So don't worry, guys. Thanks for the patience. We're gonna figure it out or get everything rolling.
I just wanted to give us some excuses, so
Yeah.
they know some sort of reasoning for why there's not as much content.
All right, well, have a good night, guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Peace out, everybody. Take it